Good morning and welcome to Storytime. Yes, another exciting adventure. And today we're with Joshua and Pip. And this one is written by John Light Jr. and illustrations by Jamie R. Gandy. So yes, join us for that one, and I am super excited for it. Get settled, get ready, and we are here for story time. Yes, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in, and remember too that you can always find story time right here on Facebook, 10:30 Pacific time, live readings, and then recordings after. And of course you can find us on Instagram as well as our YouTube channel. So yes, good morning to you and welcome to story time for today. A story a day makes everything better. Yes, we love books on story time. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Please, as always, let us know who is joining in with you, where you're joining from, and if you're alone, yes, you are still welcome. Just let us know where you are. Thank you so much for joining in. Lacey, good morning. How are you doing? Good to see you, and good morning to you, Veronica. Thank you so much for joining in as always. Harmony Beth, how are you doing today? Thank you for joining in. Appreciate it. Have yourself a lovely Friday and welcome to Storytime today. Thank you so much, Lacey. Yes, right here in Auckland. Tudor and Madalena out in San Francisco. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today? Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Good morning to you, Tudor, and good morning to you, Madalena. Thank you so much for joining in. Please let us know where you're joining from and who is joining in with you. Thank you so much. Yes, happy Friday. Good morning. Thank you so much, Lacey. Appreciate that. Yes, and today remember that we're reading Joshua and Pip. The Adventures of Joshua and Pip, and it's written by John Light Jr. and illustrations by Jamie R. Gandy. Yes, good morning to you. Ellen in Chicago, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Yes, you're saying it's a beautiful day out in Chicago. Thank you so much. And yes, this one, I am excited. Ready for the last story of the week. Yes, another week down in story time. Good morning to you, Jessica. How are you doing? Good morning to you, Desmond out in Gilroy. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining in. Welcome. Happy Friday to you. Yes, Katebe Kunda. Thank you so much for joining us all the way out in Zambia. Good morning. Good evening to you. Pablo and Sienna joining us in Auckland. How are you doing? Good morning to you. Yes, good morning to you, Sienna. Thank you so much for joining us. And Rocco, Clay, and Chriselle, how are you doing out in Long Beach? Yes, I have missed you. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you're having yourselves a lovely summer, of course, and a lovely Friday. Yes, happy Friday to you. Lacey, you say you're still the middle sibling. Yes, I would think that would not have changed overnight, but who knows? Good morning to you, Lacey. Good morning to you, Laura Bennett. Thank you so much for joining in. Another day of story time. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Katerekunda, yes, thank you so much. You say you're joining in with Walia and Kaluba today out in Zambia. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're ready for the adventures of Joshua and Pip, and we'll be getting started very soon. Good morning to you, Isabella. How are you doing today? Good to see you. And good morning to you, Leslie, and good morning to you, Louise. Thank you so much for joining us today. Yes, good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're having yourself a lovely summer and, of course, a lovely Friday today, and I hope you get to do something fun. Excuse me. Good morning. Yes, thank you so much. Please keep those comments coming. Let us know where you are and who is joining in with you. Right, all right, one more minute and we will get started for the adventures of Joshua and Pip. And this one is written by John Light Jr. and of course illustrations by Jamie R. Gandy. Yes, good morning to you. All right, we are about to get started with our story. Thank you so much for joining in. Happy Friday to you. Yes, here we go. The Adventures of Joshua and Pip. And this one is written by John Light Jr. and illustrations by Jamie R. Gandy. Yes, good morning to you and welcome. I see a few people coming in, so just give it time. People can get settled. But yes, we are going to start with our story. Are you ready for the adventure? Yes. All right. Once upon a time, on a blissfully bright day, sat a little boy named Joshua. He wore black glasses, a red shirt, and a sky blue blanket as a cape. Joshua had a cardboard box. He made it into an airplane. He wanted to fly it down Oak Tree Hill. He was nervous, but ready to give it a try. First, Joshua placed the box at the edge of the hill. He stepped in and yelled, "Fly, box, fly!" But nothing happened. Joshua was confused. Second, Joshua jumped up and down in the box. The box barely budged. Joshua was frustrated. Oh, poor Joshua. On his third try, Joshua decided to run and jump into the box. He raced toward the box as fast as he could. He leaped inside, but instead of flying down the hill, Joshua tumbled. Now, Joshua was angry. Oh. Suddenly, a little boy appeared at the top of Oak Tree Hill. He wore a sky blue shirt, soccer shoes, and a green blanket as a cape. Could this be the hero that Joshua needed? "Hi, I'm Pip. What are you doing?" Pip asked. "I am trying to fly my cardboard box down the hill, but it's not working," said Joshua. "Did you try putting it on the edge?" Pip questioned. "Yes," Joshua replied. "Did you try jumping in the box?" Pip inquired. "Yup," Joshua frowned. "Did you try running and jumping into the box?" Pip proposed. "Yes, nothing works," pouted Joshua. Joshua was sad. Oh. "I got it," piped Pip. If I push you in the box and then jump in, I bet we will fly down the hill," Pip proclaimed. Okay, let's do it," Joshua hoped. Could this be the one that works? Joshua imagined he was in the cockpit of a jet. Pip took off like he was powered by rockets. They both screamed, "Fly, box, fly!" Pip jumped in, and then... zoom, zoom, zoom! Joshua and Pip flew down the hill. They soared like birds. They fluttered like butterflies. They glided like squirrels. Then the boys landed at the bottom of Oak Tree Hill. They laughed as they spilled out of their flying box. "Let's do that again," they shouted. Pip and Joshua played on the hill all day until the shining sun began to rest its eyes in the western sky. At the same time, their parents called them home. "See you tomorrow?" Joshua asked. Yes, at the top of Oak Tree Hill, answered Pip. And that is the end of Joshua and Pip's first adventure. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed that one. And yes, feel good book for a lovely Friday. I hope you have yourself a lovely Friday. And thank you so much for joining in. And of course, a big thank you to Mr. John Light for allowing us to read his book on Storytime and share it with the rest of you. Thank you so much for joining in. And yes, that was The Adventures of Joshua and Pip. Check out the links on where you could get yourself a copy. Thank you so much for joining in. And let us see who has joined us on this lovely Friday. Yes. All right. Good morning to you, Katebekunda. Thank you so much. And to you, Walia and Kaluba, thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night out in Zambia. Thank you so much. Isabella, Luis, and Leslie, thank you for joining us one more time. Happy Friday to you. Kate Coffee, how are you doing? And you're joining in with Anais. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Friday to you. And big hugs for you, Anais. Thank you so much for joining us. Zayana and Zion, thank you so much. Happy Friday to you. Glad you are here. Pema and Maya, and to you, Daki, thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad you made it for the story. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for joining in. Lacey, good morning to you. Yes, of course, cheaters. We will be back at Emerson. Thank you so much. Yes. Oh, it's Dr. Cobb on. Wow, yes, well, there's a bit of science experiment right for you, Dr. Cobb. Thank you, Katie, for highlighting that. Thank you so much. All right, good morning to you, Dr. Cobb. Much appreciated. As always, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Dominique, Naima, Nia, and Cairo, thank you for joining us. Have yourselves a lovely Friday. Yes, and thank you for joining in Storytime today. Christian in Lusaka, how are you doing? And you joined in with Mary Zulu Kapundu. How are you doing? Good to see you. And to you, Mark, my brother, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see the family out here. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Love it. Thank you, Mary. Thanks to you, Mark. And of course, a big hug for you, Christian, my boy. Good evening to you. Have a lovely Friday night. Thank you so much. Monabi Thomas, good to see you. I definitely had a good break. I enjoyed it. I hope you're having yourself a lovely time out where you are. Thank you so much. Yes, here it is nice out, beautiful, but of course not as beautiful as the islands, right? Thank you so much, Monabi Thomas. Harmony Beth, thank you so much. Always appreciate you. And you too, have yourself a lovely weekend. And we're back on Monday for more stories. Zaye, how are you doing? Zaye Leilani, thank you for joining us. Shamarin, thank you so much for joining in. And good morning to you for Delis. Thank you so much for joining us today. Yes, this has been story time for this week. And we had The Adventures of Joshua and Pip to send us into the weekend. Please be sure to join us again on Monday for more stories. But for today, it is much love from me as always. Have yourselves a lovely Friday, a lovely weekend, and see you right here on Monday morning. Bye-bye.